Not much, Yuppie. How are you doing? Yeah, should be a good race. Suzuka is usually a very eventful circuit, so hopefully for the neutral we should get a lot of action. Completely dry, maybe slightly wet towards the end of qualifying, but I'm predicting a dry race. That should be fun. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like you really have to earn the win. You know, it's a completely different skill set to drive on the wet, especially Sector 1 around here, which, but those of you that have raced it will know it's very opportune to spin out. So, especially in the wet, it's super challenging. What do we got? Ooh, ooh, that is flirting with some rain right there. Those black clouds over. Don't forget to post it in the live stream channel on the Discord as well. But yeah, I wonder what the teams are seeing on their UI boards, whether they are seeing that it's likely to rain or whether we might be missing it for this qualifying. It'll be interesting to see what tyres the guys go out on. People are rushing out, which suggests it's not going to rain immediately. There's no urgency to get a lap out on the dries, but the cars are now starting to make their way. And they are going out on the softs, so looks like, yeah, we're not going to get any immediate rain. Sprawling dub already off onto the grass. First car out. But it doesn't look like there's any rain, so should be a really good race. Looking at the table as well, Monkey Pill really managed to close that gap on Grumpy last week. Now only 42 points shy of that top spot. It really is a two-horse race at this point between those two, so should be exciting, and both of them racing today, so could have a major impact on the championship as a whole. Same thing with the constructors. We see Ferrari out on top by 15 points, sorry. Again, Ferrari just ahead of Renault, Grumpy and Monkey Pill's teams, so those two really taking the lead when it comes to the lead for the constructors championships. And again, that 15 points could really come down, especially if we see TESD and or Shep, who Shep is not racing today. Looks like we have Raleigh racing in replacement. Raleigh had a great race last week, so hopefully for Grumpy's sake he can really push on Ferrari's bid for that constructors. So as we see the cars setting off on their first lap, we have Ike, the first one out. What is that? Going through sector 1, getting that complimentary purple first sector as the first one to complete it. What are your thoughts then for qualifying? Do you think it's going to be Monkey and Grumpy at the top match in the leagues, or do you think anyone else is going to come through with a shock pole position? Yeah, definitely. Championship is a 2-horse race at the top, you know. Stepping back from those two, it's super close, you know. Oriel's on 183, Spalding Double on 178, Cheesehead's not racing today, he's on 160, Nico John's on 157, so this race could really have an impact and really shuffle up that table. As we see Ike coming through for 133. And Monkey smashes it with a 127.6. Great lap for Monkey. Aha. We'll have a look. Everything looks good on my end, I think. I'll just keep talking just to try and
I don't know. I don't see anything in the settings.
Just keep talking. Oh no, I can hear myself on the live stream. Sounds good. I'll just double check.
Can you hear me on the live stream? Oh, yeah, they can hear you now. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, we're both on.
Alright, sweet. Sorry about that, boys. Alright, Orioles, fastest lap so far, 1:27.4.
Yes. A great lap. He has only 3 in the 127s. Very sporadic looking table at the moment. All sorts of times across the board.
Yeah.
That
first lap.
To come down.
Well, Grumpy wrote in the chat, dry quali and dry race. So I'm sure they're just brushing off some of the dust. But let's see who is on a. Let's check out Raleigh. Hop on board him. He's gonna be coming around, start his hot lap.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting to see how close he can get to Grumpy for Grumpy's sake, not just in terms of the constructors, but also obviously his fight against Monkey. It's going to be really important to have his teammate up there challenging as well, so it'll be really important to see if he can get close to the top.
Alright. We're on board with Raleigh as he goes down into Sector 1. Fast first corner, drops it down to 4th. Makes it stick. Up to 6th. These S's are insane speed. Tucks it in nicely though.
Yeah, he's got really good control. Just
losing
it a bit there.
Loses it. I was just about to say, when you go up that hill on that left-hander, the car gets a little lighter, so...
Yeah, that inside curve is crazy difficult. So you just breathe on that inside curve at the top and can send the car completely going, which he unfortunately did there.
Yeah, tough one. He'll be back in the pits, probably replace that front wing, go at it again. Let's check out Fred as he starts his hot lap. Gonna Get into a little bit of traffic through the S's, which is not ideal. See how he makes do. So far, so good. Now he's going to get into the dirty air here. Manage the S's nicely.
Yeah.
Let's see if the Racing Point gets out of the way here.
Looks like he might have purpled sector 1 there as well.
At this point, the Racing Point's only helping him out because he's got the slipstream. This hairpin's so tough. He manages it nicely though.
Yeah, that hairpin can trick a lot of people out. Most people seem to think it's important to clip the apex, when actually the best driving line, you don't want to touch the apex, and you want to sacrifice a bit more of the input of that corner just to give yourself a better push as you exit.
Yeah, for sure. Fred looks like he's putting in a nice lap here as he heads into the final parts of Sector 3. Final chicane is so tough too. You could do a lot of corner cutting and make up some time, but let's see where he puts it.
That's on the inside and jumps to 7th.
129.1. It's a tidy lap. Probably more time to be gained, but good lap from Fred.
Yeah, I wonder if that Racing Point put him off a little bit. I definitely feel like he lost most of the time in the second sector.
Yeah, he got stuck in the dirty air a little bit, but it's a good banker. He'll be back into the pits to go out for another one. Let's see. Let's check out Rusty. Oh no, Fred with the 5-place grid penalty. I missed that. I hopped off board of him right as that happened. Not sure what.
I wonder, yeah, I missed that as well. I wonder what happened.
There's some contact between him and TAC Delta. Fred's going to start 5 places back. That's unfortunate.
Very unfortunate for him as we see Monkey Pill crossing the line. Can he take it? Provisional pole? He does! Provisional pole by 0.2 of a second.
Nice job by Monkey Pill. We're on board with Rusty as he goes through the S's. Nice job through there. Goes up the hill. Fast right-hander. You could try to take this flat out, but it's risky. Oh. I think he backed out a little bit. To the hairpin.
Seems to still be pushing.
Clocks up a little bit. Manages it though. Gets into a little bit of traffic. Oh boy, Racing Point, get out of the way. Oh boy, get out of the way, Racing Point. Okay, yeah, this is now impediment, but that's frustrating. I'm sure Rusty's cursing at his screen right now.
Yeah.
Alright. Sure that'll be taken up with the stewards.
See if he blocks the entrance as well.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
That's very unfortunate. That was a solid lap as well up until that point.
Yeah. Does not improve. Unfortunately, Rusty was blocked by Soamore. He'll be back into the pits, hopefully on another hot lap in clean air.
See who's close to finishing.
Cecilia in the chat. Sugar Mama cheering on Nico John. What's up, Cecilia? Alright, so everybody looks like they've put in their banker laps. Monkey Pill on pole, 127.2. Orioles P2, 127.4. There's your front row of the grid. Then you got the two Williams boys, Hop Boys and Nico John, making up the second row. It's really tight for the first two rows of the grid.
Yeah, that 127 mark seems to be the bench. I wonder if anyone will actually get into the 126s. Will be interesting for the final runs. Vapor, the only one who tried a lap on the mediums, probably, I imagine, will go on to the softs, being in 10th place. to try and get through. I mean, you can do a fairly regulation one stop on the soft to hards, which I assume most of the guys will try and do.
Yeah, it's been a while since I have raced here, but I feel like the tire strategy it's fairly easy. One stop. I don't think the two stop is equal in time, but you never know. Safety car kind of throws tire strategy out the window.
Yeah, safety car could have an impact. I mean, also the soft and mediums pace-wise aren't a huge amount different on race pace, so it's perfectly reasonable outside the top 10. They may want to start on the mediums just to try and get a bit more laps out of those mediums, because you won't really sacrifice a huge amount of race pace doing a medium hards as opposed to soft hards.
We're on board with Ghetto Biggie, and as he started his hot lap, he went off track and actually invalidated it before he even started. So he'll have to go back into the pits or do another cooldown lap.
I imagine at this point he's probably going to just do a cooldown lap. I don't think he'll have time to go into the pits
you're right.
and back out in time.
It's too much time lost. He'll have to use these tires.
Yeah.
Let's go on board. Let's see. Who is... Tech Delta is getting ready to start his hot lap. Let's flip it to him.
Looks like Soamore is actually going into the pits. I hope that's not a misjudgment of the time, because I think that is his qualifying done.
Alright, we're on board with Tech Delta. Let's watch him go into Sector 1. Sends it into Turn 1.
Good pace around there.
Keeps it nice.
Yeah, some nice flow around those S's.
A little slow there. Looks like a little bit of understeer through there. Manages it though.
Yeah, good 2.5 tenths up on his best lap so far.
Into the hairpin. Oh, goes deep. Locks up a little bit. Not too bad.
Still good time to gain here. He has a good final sector. That is a decent exit. Super important exit on that corner with the main straight being so long. Getting that double left-hander good is
for sure.
A huge impact on your qualifying lap.
Goes into the final chicane.
Does improve.
Doesn't improve,
yeah.
Right?
He did improve by 2 tenths.
He did.
But unfortunately, yeah, the gap to Rusty is still not enough to jump ahead of him.
Let's check out, I think it's Nico John. As he starts his hot lap.
Interestingly, Monkey Pill and Hot Boy in first and third still in the garage, as with Grumpy. So clearly those three are happy with their laps.
This goes through the S's. Up the hill. So much speed through there, and then flings it into that right-hander. Manages it nicely. Goes a little deep. Manages it though. Ooh.
Takes a bit on the inside.
Risky, but I don't think it was any time lost.
No, a decent exit out of the second left-hander as well.
Yep, goes a
Interesting.
little wide, but I think he had good exit speed. Actually, fastest sector too.
Yeah, he's a good 10th up at the moment. He's probably going to need
Into the
another
final
10th in this final
chicane.
sector.
Good corner. This is a nice lap, for sure.
Ooh, just misses out on third by a couple of hundredths.
Good lap from Nico John. Second row on the grid. I think he'll start on the right side, if I'm not mistaken. Can't remember.
Yes, I believe first is on the left-hand side.
Yeah, so he'll want to... it's tough. Be on that right side going to turn one. It's risky. You always want to stick to the outside.
Oh, and Oriana's goes into pole position for a great lap there. Sorry to cut you off there. I just saw it cross over, yeah.
Just missed it. I think that's everyone.
I believe that's everyone, yeah. Spalding Dub was on a hot lap, but went straight into the pits. Clearly not good enough to improve. And yeah, it looks like Orioles has got pole position. And importantly for the championship, we see Monkey Pill in second and Grumpy in fifth. So it's going to be super important for Grumpy to try and make up some early positions.
Yeah, absolutely. Orioles puts it on pole position. Nice lap from Orioles. You got Grumpy with those backup invites?
Yeah, I'll grab them now.
Thank you. All right, so there's your starting grid. Orioles P1. Nice lap by Orioles. Monkey Pill close second, only 200ths behind. Hot Boy P3, starting the second row of the grid. Nico John, P4, nice lap by him. Grumpy Old Catman, our Tier 2 leader, starting in P5 today. Spool and Dub P6, Ghetto Biggie 7, Raleigh P8, Ike P9, Fred P10. All right. Sunny day in Japan. Oh, this is going to be a good one.
There we go. Grumpy, if you can hear me, I'm just going to ping you that invite now. Right, yeah, much brighter compared to qualifying, which should mean the track temperature will go up, which will mean tyre wear will be a bit more of an impact in the race. But as we mentioned, it should be a pretty regulation one stop in for the top 10, soft to hards. The softs get around 10, 11 laps, and the hards getting around 20 or so, so more than enough.
As we wait for the drivers to set their tire strategy, let's look at the championship standings here. We've got a close battle between the constructors. Ferrari with 410 points is leading, followed by Renault with 395. Still very much in contention. In the Drivers' Championship, Grumpy Old Catman, as we mentioned, leading with 282 points. Monkey Pill in second with 240, followed by Orioles, Racing Point driver, with 183 points. Still fairly close. A lot of racing to be had. So this is going to be a good one.
Yeah, super close. Particularly, as you mentioned before, outside of the top two, really, effectively one race worth of points gap between, third and fourth and fifth, and fifth and sixth, sixth and seventh, all the way down, really. So all it takes is one race, and that leaderboard can be shuffled up crazy amounts. I think it'll also be important with Oriella's on pole position as we, looking at this season so far, he's got the most wins, more than anyone else. 5 wins this year. Monkey P and Grumpy, they've only got 2 wins each. So kind of this season has shown that Oriella's, when he gets a good start, he's very good at making the most and getting that race win.
Oh yeah, his pace is undeniably fast, that's for sure. I was actually just looking at that. Out of the 20 drivers in Tier 2, 14 have placed it on the podium this season, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, that is pretty crazy. And I mean, even those that haven't, it just goes to show how good the quality of this division is, how equal spread. And,
Yeah.
Even Joe in 13th place on the leaderboard, he hasn't got a podium this year, but he's got 119 points, which just goes to show you that even without that podium, the consistency really is there for these drivers. They really know how to pull a result out week in, week out.
I don't know if you saw it, but you saw the predicted pit strategy powered by AWS, of course. Soft to hard. But again, it all depends on safety cars.
Does indeed. And if we look at the tyres the guys are starting on, Joe, who I just mentioned a second ago, down in 16th, is starting on the mediums, and Vapor, who I actually thought qualified on the mediums as well, is starting on the hard tyres. So I can only assume he qualified, considering he's in 10th on those hard tyres, which will be really interesting if he's able to position himself well on the track and make the most of those last 10 or so laps. And if things go his way, it could be a surprise result for him.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly a risk, right? Starting P10 on the hards, obviously that's ideal, but it depends on if you can keep your nose clean. Because if you damage your wing on that first stint, you're basically, you've screwed your strategy.
Yeah, it also allows other people to potentially take advantage. You are committing, as you said, to that long first stint. So all it takes is a safety car or a virtual safety car in those first 15 laps or so, and it gives everyone else the opportunity of effectively a free pit stop or a much quicker one, which you don't really get to take advantage of. So he's really committing to as you say, a clean first half of the race, and then if that does happen, you can hopefully cash in. See them weaving back and forth on the home straight, trying to get those tyres up to temperature. Hopefully not too difficult in the Japanese sunshine.
Got Fred and Joe, unfortunately making some contact at the back. Tires will be slightly colder than the rest of the grid. Shouldn't be too bad though, as everybody heads into the final chicane.
Yeah, and as we were mentioning earlier, this first turn, super important. You could arguably say more so than almost any other track on this calendar. So hopefully it's clean, and it will be interesting if and who is able to take most advantage of it.
All right, so they line up. Starting positions, I'm on board with Nico John. He's got a good view of P1 through 3. This should be a good one.
As the grid connects now, as the lights go through, it's 5 red lights. Away we go.
Orioles with a really good start.
Very good start. Spoolin Dub has a fantastic start as well, able to make up 2 positions before turn 1. All looks pretty clean. Rusty
Monkey going off track a little bit.
And a little bit of contact between Tac Delta and Rusty, but no one off the track except for at the back of the grid. B.A. Jarvis, I didn't see what happened, but it looks like He's off, and it looks like he's got some front wing damage, which is not great for him. He's going to probably need to get that changed this lap, and he'll be praying for a safety car at this point. But you're right, Orioles with a fantastic start has converted it and maintained his first position in the race as we come through to Sector 2.
So Orioles, Monkey Pill, Nico John manages to start well. Spoolin making up a couple places. Hot Boy falling back to P8. Wonder what happened to him.
I think he just got a bit of wheel spin at the start. I just don't think the Williams got away as well as the other cars and just got a bit swamped with that turn one, you know, that double right-hander. If you get stuck in the middle of the track, you can easily get completely crowded out, but makes up one position at least, getting past Ike on that long straight, and Ike loses it and spins round. Doesn't look like he's made any contact with the wall, thankfully for him. But that is a shame. He's dropped 7 positions now.
Boy, Fred as he's down the inside of Joe. Got a little bit more pace on those soft tires. Good overtake. Got the timing board a little jumbled up. Classic. But Orioles is our leader, followed by Monkey Pill and Nico John. Let's check out the position changes. Nico John making up that first position as we saw. Spoolin making up 2 places off the start. Really nice job from Spoolin. Rusty also having a really great start, making up three positions.
Yeah, really solid start for the McLaren there. It will be interesting to see his pace across. I mean, Rusty, definitely someone that's got a lot of potential. I feel like, you know, across the Tier 2 so far, you know, he's only got 1 podium, but he's definitely got more podiums in him. He's definitely got the pace to achieve big things. So it'll be interesting to see if he's able to get a good haul of points for the McLarens today.
We're on board with Monkey. The pace between him and Orioles, you couldn't get any closer.
No.
And it's all about who is going to stay most consistent, because you know as soon as one of them makes a mistake, that could be it.
Yeah, and especially with the gap they're both putting from Nico John now, good almost 1.5 seconds. I think Monkey's probably thinking, I've got to make this overtake as quickly as I can, allow myself that clean air in front, manage my tyres, and be in control of my race strategy.
Orioles showing really nice pace, not using much of his battery at all.
No, that's a good point. The front runner's really not using a huge amount of battery. It's only really when you get to Rusty, who's just under 50%, where you see a bit more, as Ike looks like he has retired in the pits. So that's 2 DNFs now for Ike and B.A. Jarvis. I know both of them had incidents on the first lap.
Unfortunate. Closest battle on track right now is your P1 and P2.
See if Monkey Pill can
straight.
Get it done.
Orioles
great
loose.
exit. Monkey Pill with a fantastic exit coming out of turn 1 there. Made it look very easy.
Oh, Ike. This car's still on track.
It is, yes. I think he did retire when he was in the pits, so I'm not sure why the game has taken the car back out. Hopefully it doesn't affect anyone too much. There he goes, off now.
Hate to turn away from this battle for the lead, but let's hop on Hop Boy, no pun intended. Right on the gearbox of Rally. So go down into the hairpin. the exit. Goes a little bit wide. He'll be in DRS zone still.
Yeah, I'll be hoping for a good exit in that final corner. Try and emulate Monkey Pill's move. Won that previous. Monkey Pill, who does just take fastest lap of the race there with a 1:31.
Nice job
And
by Monkey Pill. Already out of DRS range. 1.5 second lead.
Yeah, super control by Monkey Pill there. You know, as I mentioned earlier, now that he's got that move done, he's got that clean air, and he can really dictate the pace of this. Staying out of DRS, he can really control those tyres, and you know, he has now the choice if he wants to maybe go in a little earlier, or going for a kind of a regulation around the 9, 10, 11 lap mark, or try and maybe eke out the tyres and go a little bit long. He's got full dictation on what his strategy is today, which is a great position to be in.
Hot Boy's showing a really good pace. I think he's got a little bit of a faster car than Raleigh, but it's not able to make the overtake yet. Just needs that better exit.
Yeah, this will be a great opportunity for him here if he gets a good exit out of this double left-hander. And Raleigh just losing it a little bit, which will give Hot Boy opportunity. Really having to use a lot of
his tires touch the
now.
grass.
They do. Hot Boy not sending it yet, but will no doubt really pushing this home straight.
It's that final chicane that he's not able to get quite as good of an exit as Raleigh.
Yeah, I'm surprised. There's definitely more of the corner that could be cut by him. He's really playing it safe on those final two corners.
Yeah, well, you know, it's tough. I mean, that final chicane, not a ton of traction, and being in the dirty air, that definitely doesn't help, but...
Oh, and he just loses it. He just clips that left curb. Those curves are so dangerous on those S-bends. And he's really going to fall down now.
Himself. It's so much pace. And the
Yeah,
S's,
I mean,
to lose your car in the S's where your tires are already on fuego, I'm sure he's going to have to nurse it all the way back home.
He is. Down in 12th position now. Definitely still got a lot of fighting ahead of him. You know, some great points still in potential, but you're right, he was looking like he had some great pace in the race, and he's, yeah, I'm sure he'll be kicking himself. Takes the pressure off Raleigh somewhat though. Now Rusty behind him, a good 3 seconds behind. Can recoup some of that ERS. And not worry too much about the overtake.
Look at this, Nico John on Orioles.
Yeah, he's right behind him now. The Nico John fan club in the chat, I'm sure he's loving this.
Through the S's. Nice engine braking by Nico John. Keeps it nice and tight. Ghetto Biggie picks up the first time penalty of the race. Swings it in there.
Yeah, surprised actually it's the first of the race. I feel like Japan definitely has possibility for a lot of penalties, particularly the two right-handers at the beginning of Sector 2. You know, you can get a lot of pace cutting across those, but you leave yourself wide open for that warning.
Oh, they both go wide. Yeah, you can tell Nico John's pushing. Pulling almost all of his ERS to stay inside of DRS zone.
Whereas Oriola's on the other end has almost all of his ERS still to spend, which means he's probably feeling very confident defending this position if Nico does go for an overtake anytime soon.
know what Nico could do is try the undercut. He doesn't get the pass done, but dangerously close.
It is, and if he is going to go for the undercut, he'll probably need to do it soon. Probably this lap or the next lap, with the softs doing around 9, 10, 11, 12 if you're managing your tyres laps. He'll want to go now, and that goes for the rest of the grid, to be honest. Anyone that's looking to do that undercut will probably be going in this lap or next one.
Really nice racing by these two.
So you see a yellow flag in sector 1, and that's Joe. That looks to have gone round, and unfortunately has got a bit of front wing damage, which is a shame, as he is on those mediums and was probably hoping for a bit longer of a stint, but he'll probably need to go into the pits and get that changed. Nico is in DRS this time round.
Slipstream, you can see how much pace Nico John has inside the slipstream.
Yeah, and you can see just how long that straight is. Really gains you so much time, almost half a second, with the slipstream and DRS advantage.
It's all about that exit out of the chicane, as you can see.
Yeah, there's the two biggest corners, that second left-hander, as you say, and then also the very last corner of the race, with the home straight being the other opportunity for an overtake. As we see Spaulding Dub and Rusty both coming in for a pit stop. Spaulding Dub coming out onto the hards, and Rusty looks to be on the mediums, which is interesting, so he will be going for a 2-stop. Spaulding, on the other hand, will be going most likely to the end of the race on those hard tyres. Be interesting to see whether that early pit stop pays for him. He was in 4th, I believe, before that pit stop, so it'll be interesting whether he's able to make any impact on Nico and Orioles in front of him.
Still the closest battle on track. Nico's gaining. Is he going to go for the overtake here? Goes inside.
On the inside. That is a
Makes
ballsy
move. Wow, nice job by Nico John.
Oh, I mean, full applause to him there.
Great racing.
That is a move. Yeah, I don't think you'd see any F1 drivers making that move in real life.
Makes it stick, though. Sends
it does. So we see Rally with the next 3-second time penalty. The important thing for Nico now is just to really try and recoup that ERS. We see that he's got almost nothing left. So for the longevity of the race side of things, he's really going to need to manage his race strategy.
I think he's probably racked up a warning or two, because I've seen him on this right-hander. I think he's gone a little bit too greedy. As Orioles does the same thing, that would be a warning by Orioles.
Be interesting if either or both pit this lap. We should see a lot of people in the pits this lap. Hot Boy looks like has pitted and is also out on the hards. Again, that one-stop strategy, he'll be wanting to take those hards to the end of the race. You see Oriole is still in the DRS. Get a nice little
he's being patient.
boost.
He's got a full battery. He's picking his spots, picking his moment. Let's see if Nico decides to go into the pits here.
I don't think it's too much of a bad thing. As you see them both going to the pits now, it's not always that bad. Especially on this track with that long straight, to kind of get overtaken this early in the race, because you can really take advantage of that DRS, not use up too much of your battery, kind of over the long haul of the race really gain a lot of time. The only downside I would really say for Orioles is that the pit stop tends to be a great opportunity to recoup some battery. you can often get 20, sometimes 30% back, and with it being almost full, doesn't take full advantage of that, unfortunately, but does come out into 6th position, which is very interesting. They're both on the mediums, so Nico and Orioles are on the mediums, so they'll be doing a 2-stop. But interestingly, Spalding Dub, who did pit a couple of laps before, looking at the undercut, has not gained a huge amount, maybe half a second, but not really enough to make the undercut work, especially with tack delta in between them. So clearly the undercut isn't hugely powerful around here, especially in these circumstances.
Yeah, well, you got to think, Spulin's on the hard tires, right? So everyone in front of them might have to pit. I don't know if the medium tires are going to make it.
No, the medium tires definitely won't make it. Anyone who's starting on the softs onto the mediums now will definitely be pitting again. Either that, or they're going to be doing a huge time management, which will really limit their pace. I mean, it is possible, don't get me wrong, but it's going to take a lot of skills. We see Oriol is almost neck and neck with Nico, not quite emulating his move.
Nice pass by Spulin down the back straight on tack delta. Nice racing by those two.
See Rally in the pits coming out on the hards. No, he's coming out on the mediums as well. TSD also on the mediums. Tack is on the mediums as well.
Closest battle on track. Nico, John, Orioles fighting all race.
Nico has managed to recover some of that ERS now, looking around 50%, so definitely has enough to play with. Can definitely defend hard if the Orioles does go for it this lap. It is interesting to see though, a lot of those soft runners have gone onto the medium tyres. Do you think we'll see a lot of cars trying to go for that one-stop soft medium strategy?
I don't know. I haven't done a race here in a while. I would think that the mediums would be dead at the end of the stint. I would think if you're going on to mediums now, you might try to go to softs in the last couple laps.
You would think, yeah. I think the mediums probably can, if you look after them, can get to the end. But as you say, they're going to be absolutely screaming at the end of the end of the race. So it might be quicker to do a two-stop at this stage for them.
Yeah, because, I mean, look at Spulin in P6 on the hard tires. Obviously can make it to the end. So he has a chance to make up quite a few positions.
Definitely, and Vapor as well, starting on those hard tires. Obviously not pitting yet. Probably will not pit for another 3 laps, you'd probably say minimum. Really making a lot of positions and showing how that long first stint, if it is clean, which it has been, we haven't seen any safety cars or virtual safety cars, can really take advantage of it.
We're on board with Fred. He's looking to make the move on tack delta.
Hot Boy with a 3-second penalty starting to come in thick and fast now, as Fred just pulls out of that move there. Oh, that was close.
Yeah, he might get him on this back straight if he gets a good exit out of these two left-handers. He's got a lot more ERS. You can see the flashing red light, tack delta in front of him. He'll be in the slipstream here. It's a nice drag all the way down.
Better exit. Yeah, really good opportunity
see
here.
How much more speed he's got.
Really smart there.
Send it.
Doesn't.
Oh, and he sends it. side by side. He gets pushed out a little bit by Tac Delta, but that's clean racing by these two.
Yeah, I really liked what he did there. Should get it on the home straight now. Yeah, really good racing from Fred. We saw he had the pace to challenge on that left hand on the long back straight, almost similar to what we saw with Nico John earlier, but you know, it's such a dangerous move. You know, he bided his time, didn't go in crazy, pushed it on that final chicane, tried it, but again, when he realised it was too dangerous, just pulled back, knew that he had the pace and the ERS, and eventually gets the move done on the home straight. Really good racing there by Fred.
On board with Nico John again. In the slipstream of Vapor, who's on the hard tires, running the alternate strategy. This will be interesting where Vapor comes out when he makes his pit stop. Because he's had, you know, it was a gamble like we talked about. And he's had a clean race. Now in P2.
Yeah, I think, you know, right now, he's probably, if he pitted right now, he'd be down kind of where he started the race, around the 9th, 10th region, I imagine. But the longer this race goes on, the more the field starts to spread, the more he puts himself into a great position, especially if we do see something like a virtual safety car or a safety car right now. Any mediums getting put on right now can easily get to the end of the race. So, yeah, in a great position.
Yeah, Nico's going to want to make a pass here soon on him. He's pulling out a gap of Orioles, and if he gets stuck behind Vapor for too long, you can see that gap start to diminish.
Yeah, definitely. Especially Vapor, as you can see, kind of used a lot of his ERS at this point. Nico using a bit of ERS on the exit there. Looks like he's trying to get nice and close. Try and get the move done on this back straight. Solid exit there for Nico John.
Turn on his battery.
Yeah,
try to get this
should
move
get
done.
it done. See how hard
Slipstream.
Vapor really defending though. Vapor using up all his ERS to defend the position.
It's his to defend. Go through the chicane. Nice exit by both of these guys. Nico John turns on overtake. DRS open. Vapor
Should get it
completely
done.
out of battery. Gets to move
Surprising.
done.
I'm really surprised
Oh,
that
Nico
Vapor
goes off. Manages it. Oh, nice save by Nico.
I'm surprised Vapor defended so heavily. You know, considering his tyres are quite old at this point. You know, Nico's definitely going to have the tyre advantage on him. And realistically, he wasn't going to have enough to hold out for too long. He was always going to be a sitting duck eventually.
Well, I think, you know, it's Vapor's to defend, and he had the pace down the back straight with his overtake on. And he knew he was probably going to be had on the main straight with the DRS open by Nico John. So I don't think it was too much time lost by Vapor, so good clean driving either way.
Yeah, good clean driving. I just wonder if from the kind of full race thinking, whether using up all of his ERS there maybe could have been used elsewhere.
Right. I wonder when he's going to come into the pits.
Yeah, as we see, Orioles is in his DRS as well now, so second, third and fourth in a bit of a DRS train. You'd like to think he's probably going to want to pit this lap or next lap for those soft tyres, which, as we've already seen, can comfortably do a good 10 laps. Unless he is praying for a safety car. Stays out another lap. Stays out another lap. So if you think this kind of pit stop here is about 22 seconds or so. So we're looking at around 9th, 10th for Vapor if he was to pit right now.
On board with Ghetto Biggie. So he's making up some lost ground.
And that is Vapor joining the 3 second club. which now has 6 members in it. They all got 3 seconds. TSB has 8 seconds. He did get that 5-second penalty earlier for speeding in the pit lane, unfortunately. Didn't quite slow down enough for his pit stop. The other 5 on 3 seconds.
We're on Orioles as he's about to make the pass on Vapor down the back straight. Gets the move done.
Does get it done.
Spool in right behind Vapor.
Yeah, you'd think now Vapor must be thinking of coming into the pits.
Yeah.
Really make the most of those softs.
Yeah,
in he comes. So it'll be interesting to see where he comes out. That gap from 6th to 7th was a lot. It was a good 12 seconds there, so that will be the biggest split for him. But you're thinking he's probably going to be around 9th, 10th position. He's going to come out. But those softs will have a good, strong advantage over the rest of the field, who are on around 5-6 laps now. Most people on those medium tyres.
Don't sleep on spooling. As these guys' medium tires start to fall off, spooling is in a prime position.
Yeah, definitely. Those hards still looking pretty good. No signs of any graining. No dark insides, yeah. I have to say though, the medium tyres, I know they're only a good 6 laps old or so, but still looking pretty good on the front runners.
Yeah,
no major issues on them.
Doing a nice demonstration of it. Huge amount of pace by him.
Yeah, super controlled. Great race strategy so far. You have to say, unless he makes some big mistakes somewhere, you really can't see anyone overtaking him. But it will be interesting to see how many of these medium runners try and eke it out to the end of the race, and how many pit for those soft tyres towards the end. Realistically, the fact that we haven't seen anyone else pit tells me that they're all going to try and get to the end of the race. So yeah, spooling, those hard tyres are really going to come into play. Same thing with Vapor on his soft tyres.
He's in the DRS range, so you can tell that the mediums might start falling off here soon.
Yeah, you'd think they're probably in the next. From here, they're going to, no longer be the optimum tyre, and probably in around 3 laps or so, 3-4 laps, the pace difference, you'd imagine, will be significant enough to play an effect. So yeah, definitely spooling a great opportunity here for a podium at least, but second place as well.
On board with Ghetto Biggie. Raleigh and him are side by side going into the hairpin. Ooh, close one. Might have been some contact there. Lose a little bit of time on the exit. Vapors, soft tires right behind Ghetto Biggie. He's flying. Ghetto Biggie goes a little wide. That's a move done by Vapor.
Yeah, on those soft tyres.
Back on board with spooling. Spitting distance of Orioles.
Yeah, as we see the last few laps, interestingly, looking at it, spooling getting 131.5, 131.5, whereas Oriola's in front of him hitting the 132 zeros. Nico John also in the 132s. So you're right, the pace difference is really coming into effect now. Those mediums really starting to wear away, and spooling Dub, if he keeps up this pace, is making a good half a second a lap, which is huge. He is in DRS
this is
here.
Really a battle for P2. This is going to be really close.
Yeah. Also, with Orioles not in DRS of Nico, he's going to be much more at risk
It
to
all
spooling
comes
down
down
behind.
to this final chicane exit. Can spooling in the dirty air get enough traction?
All of them running quite low on ERS, so that's not too much of a factor to them. As you say, it's all about the traction around the last corner. It's going to be close. Will Spooling Dove go for the dive?
Orioles defends. Some contact.
Oh, a little bit of contact.
He saves it though.
Pushes him really wide there. Maybe
Nico John's
just about
gonna be
gets
the-
away with it.
He's going to be the net winner of this as these two battle for position.
Yeah, definitely.
Spooling losing focus a little bit through the S's. Looks like he's got his head back in the game.
And we see just a couple of positions behind Vapor, already up to P6. Those soft tyres really playing dividends for him. He is a good 17 seconds behind Grumpy, and you very much doubt he'll be able to get any further up the field unless something dramatic happens, but just goes to show you how much those mediums are struggling now.
Back on with Spooling. Go down the back straight.
Won't be close
You
enough.
can tell Orioles is pushing. He's almost completely out of battery.
Yeah, he's still managing to defend. I mean, you feel like this is the sort of move where you don't mind using up all your battery to defend, because realistically, if Spooling Dove gets past, you don't really see Orioles having any chance to get back. You know, the weaker tyres, no battery, so he knows this is make or break for him, and he's going to defend as much as he can. Again, Nico the net winner here. Almost a 2-second gap. Whereas a couple of laps ago, this was a DRS train between the three of them. So
Yeah, Orioles
you can
doing
see
a really great
just
job
how
of
much
defending.
he is.
Nico John's going to go away with this. If this keeps up. Got 6 laps to go.
Yeah, you'd struggle to see Orioles holding on for the entire race. Spooling does lock up, which won't be doing those tyres a huge amount of good. Really close now, only 3/10 behind. Hoping for a good
Doesn't
exit
look like
here.
Spooling's able to get a good exit out of that last left-hander, which isn't giving him enough speed to make an overtake down this straight.
Yeah, it looked like he just pulled
Orioles
away a
off
little
track.
bit. Oh.
Oh, it's going to be close.
Spooling great line through the last 2 corners
Oh,
there.
this could be
Great
it.
line. Oh, there's
This could be
defending
it.
hard. And Spooling Dove gets pushed slightly off track, a little bit of contact. And Oriel is going really deep to defend there.
Oh, so close. They just managed to keep that clean, I think.
It's going to be tight. It'll be interesting, the steward's thoughts on this. Oriel is well within his rights to defend there.
Yeah, but did he give
Yeah.
enough space? It looked like he kind of veered left. I don't know if he lost control or...
I think that'll be the main thing. You know, he defended as he's allowed to do, but you're right, whether the stewards think he gave enough room will be interesting at the end of the race. Does he get
See
a
if
better
he can do
exit
it
this
again.
time? Well, it's losing a little bit of grip there on that exit. Again, those
Yeah, you
mediums
can
are
tell.
really starting to struggle now. And Spooling gaining so much ground. Not enough to go for it here, but he has an exit like he did last lap.
A little wide.
in a wide, but half a second behind. Don't think he'll be close enough this time round. Fortunately, Guy really just does go to show how important a single corner can be for your entire race.
We're on board with Tez, just a step away from the battle for P3. Oh, it looks like Tez didn't get a great exit. Going on to the back straight, but he's showing a lot of pace behind Tac Delta.
Yeah, it's been a great race by Tez, actually. Qualified right at the back of the grid. And he's managed to get it up to 12th at this point, with a great shot of 11th place if he makes his move stick, which is a really great race for him. He's really got a knack for these solid races. We saw it last week as well. Qualified at the back of the grid, made up a heap of positions. I think finished 10th or 11th or so. Where did he finish? 7th he finished. And I remember he qualified towards the end back of the grid, so.
So look at this. Orioles, I don't know if Nico John had a moment, but Orioles is starting to make up a little ground on Nico John.
That's a good point. We've only 3 laps to go now. Yeah. Suddenly, Nico John needs to start looking behind him.
Spooling has got to give a move done. They're both out of battery.
You'd think as long as Spalling's in 4th, Nico's probably going to be safe in 2nd place.
Yeah, you would think. It's going to come down to the wire.
It is. And this is huge for the leaderboard as well. You know, looking back, Oriel is in 3rd, Spooling Dub in 4th. Spooling Dub's only 5 points behind him in the leaderboard, so even a switch from 3rd to 4th will have a huge impact on that leaderboard, tighten it to almost no points at all between the two of them. Nico John in 2nd hasn't had a podium since Azerbaijan, so definitely overdue a podium, and looks set to get one here depending on what Spalling Dub gets done, as he locks up heavily there on the penultimate corner. Definitely unlikely to get a move done now with only 2 laps to go. Do wonder whether it might be better off this lap just to not push too hard, regain all the battery he can, and go for a final push on the last lap.
You know, Nico John's hands are sweaty right now. He looks behind him and sees the Pink Panther and the Raging Bull.
As you can see, those medium tyres with that strip of graining right down the centre of that left tyre, front left tyre, they're not going to be happy. Whereas Spalling Dub, a little bit aware, but nowhere near as much.
Oh, what's this? Tyres. A grumpy old Catman has appeared.
He has. Cat has seen his prey.
This could get interesting.
If he's able to get into DRS on this last lap that's coming up, I mean, you can't ask for more than this for drama. Second, third, fourth and fifth split by 2 seconds. This is
what we wanted to see today. Nico John now having to defend.
Yeah, he is.
You see the flashing red light on Nico John Williams. Orioles. DRS.
Gonna get the move done. Going around the outside.
Oh,
he does.
Turned in on him a little bit. Managed to keep it clean.
An aggressive move. And Spalling Dub probably doesn't mind that too much. He's already tried a couple of moves on Orioles and has had the door shut in his face. Maybe thinking he has a better chance of getting ahead of Nico John.
Nico's got to
Taking
make a
away
move
that
down the main straight
podium.
if he wants this.
Yeah. And
You know he's
Grumpy,
capable of it. We saw that nasty
yeah,
move.
Grumpy's in DRS as well. Grumpy is well in DRS. He's only 8/10 behind. We've got 4 cars here, right in DRS.
Ooh, this is too exciting.
Yes. And if we look at ERS, so yeah, we've got Orioles on a good maybe 10%. Nico John's got nothing. Spulin's got nothing. And Grumpy's got only a little bit. So it's all about this exit right here. Who has the best exit?
Oh, Grumpy! Grumpy left the session.
Oh, Grumpy. As Nico looks to have the best exit. Nico
John,
doesn't make the move
chicane.
now. He's pushing hard. Don't think he'll have enough as Monkey Pill wins a brilliant race. Orioles comes
race.
through in second. Nico John delighted with that first podium since Azerbaijan. Spulin fourth. Grumpy super unlucky not to challenge on that final lap there. Just disconnecting. Unlikely to have made a move anyway, but still great race from him. Huge shout out to Vapor in 6th. Brilliant strategy for him, making that one-stop work, coming through in 6th place. Rally stepping in for Shep. Great haul of points for Ferrari there in 7th. Ghetto Biggie in the Alpha coming through in 8th. Hot Boy disappointed. He had that one-ish loss of control early on in the race, which really dented his position, but still 9th, good points. Fred in 10th. As we see Tez just behind Tac, but Tac Delta should have enough to make that 11th place as he comes across the line. TSD coming through, and yeah, what a race.
Oh my god, those last couple laps were insane.
It was crazy.
Driver of the day, Vapor. What a strategy by Vapor. It was such a risk starting on the hards, but he managed to keep it clean on the first stint and made up, I think, 4 positions.
He did, yeah. Really kind of trusted that it was going to be a clean race. Definitely a worthy winner of that driver of the day, but this man here, Monkey Pill, just as high up there as well. Brilliantly composed race from start to finish.
Yeah, Monkey Pill today in a league of his own. Great race by Monkey Pill. But the battle for P2, unbelievable. Orioles making a move on the penultimate lap. Oh, I'm sorry. I think it was the last lap, but going into the first sector.
It was.
It was a risky move. Managed to barely keep it clean. It looked like he turned in on Nico John a little bit, but no damage was done. Claimed P2. Nico John, great race. First podium in such a long time. Spulin, what a great race by him as well. Starting P6, ends at P4. Great race. Didn't quite eke out enough on the hard tires, but still great race. Grumpy Old Catman kept it interesting at the end in P5. Vapor P6. Raleigh P7. Ghetto Biggie P8. Hot Boy P9. A little bit of a disappointing race by him, but still in rounding out the top 10 with Fred and the Haas. Another great race by him, making up 5 positions. Tac Delta P11, Rusty P12, Tez P13, Joe P14, So Amore 15, Ike and Bajarvis DNF. And there you have it. Tier 2, Suzuka. What a great race.